Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Blu Ray Hunter. I'm the Blu Ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody, and I've got a fun little top 10 Blu-rays from January 2024. So here we go. Once again, just like the 4Ks, these are movies that are really tough. Like this is not gonna be the greatest month, I don't think. Especially like once again, January 30th has like the most. In fact, this has more than the 4Ks did for January 30th. So there you go. Number one is Forced Vengeance, and that's coming out on January 2nd through Shout. That's a Chuck Norris movie that I don't even think I ever heard of. So when I saw that, I was like, ooh, that looks kind of cool. And then I read about it. It sounded like it was a kind of fun little Chuck Norris movie. So if you like Chuck Norris, who doesn't like Chuck Norris? If you don't like Chuck Norris will find you and he will take care of you. Number two is Suitable Flesh. That is January 9th, and that's from RLJ. I was like, at first, I was like, do I want that? What is that? And I looked it up, and it's Joe Lynch's movie. Joe Lynch has an amazing podcast with Adam Green, where they talk about movie stuff and they interview people, and it's just amazing. And I also love the fact that he started with like Wrong Turn 2 and has Mayhem and all these other movies I just absolutely adore. Joe Lynch is by far one of my favorites of like the indie guys, and him and Adam Green together are just amazing. If you haven't seen Mayhem, go check that out. There's a lot of other ones, but I want to see Suitable Flesh. Sounds kind of cool. Number three is The Devils Brigade, which is a war movie that comes out January 16th through Kino Lorber. Um, Once again, it was like a movie that, like, it was like, as I keep saying, pulling teeth. It is a movie where it was one of the movies where I was just like looking at it going, do I really need it? Would I really need it? Would I really want to get it? I probably will. It looks like The Dirty Dozen and all those other war movies, kind of thing. So, yeah, I'll watch it. Um, Number four is Thinner from Shout/Scream Factory on January 23rd. Um, Thinner, I don't think I've even ever seen it. I know of it. I know it's Stephen King, and I know it's about a guy who keeps getting thinner and thinner because of a curse and stuff. I'll probably buy it at some point. I'm surprised that because a lot of films are going straight to like 4K because why not, or whatever, if they haven't been released on Blu-ray, but this one's getting a Blu-ray, and I guess maybe they'll see if Scream Factory ever wants to put it out, on 4K if there's like a big call for it or something. But that probably won't be for like another year, 2 years, something like that. But Scream Factory are very good at upgrading their Blu-rays, I've noticed, to 4K. So I mean, we'll probably see it at some point. Jennifer ate, which I keep hearing that, and I keep going, she ate what? That is Shout Factory, and that is January 23rd. I don't know if that's Scream Factory, but I know it's like Shout. Uh, Once again, another movie. Do I really need it? Do I want it? I don't know. I don't really know much about it. It's Jennifer, the number 8. I don't know much about it. It looked okay. I mean, from what I saw, but it's not something I'm gonna be like, dying to see. Um, Now this one, I have to say this: Warner Archives is killing it in January 30th. They are just releasing a shit ton of ones. The only one I did not put on this list that I know of that is getting Warner Archives is The Prince and the Pauper. I had no real interest in that one, but A Day at the Races, which is the Marx Brothers movie, probably one of their least known, least favorite movies, but still something that I'm sure is pretty funny. And that's going to be January 30th Warner Archives. Also through January 30th through Warner Archives is Joe's Apartment, which is getting a like Warner Archives release. Like, really? Joe's Apartment? That's a movie I want to get just because I want to do it for Hollywood Knockbusters at some point. But it's not something like I absolutely fully need. I could probably get it for DVD for like $2, or something. It's not something like that. So, and last through Warner Archives is Rover Dangerfield. And that is something I've been dying to see. It's like Rodney Dangerfield as a dog, or whatever, and he does his jokes, like I'm sure he says he doesn't get any respect and everything as a dog. And I think that's pretty just just funny idea. I don't think I ever watched it as a kid because I don't think I even knew who Rodney Dangerfield really was as a kid. So, but yeah, the fact that that's getting a Warner Archives release, just like it's like Warner Archives are just trying to they're just putting the name Archives on it, but it's just Warner's trying to put out their movies on Blu-ray, it seems. Redneck Zombies is going to be out on January 30th, and that's from Degasser Video. I've never heard of them, so that would be a new label I get. I'm definitely getting a Redneck Zombies. In fact, one of the directors, or the director of it, he actually contacted me and had said he was interested in doing another review or interview. I had interviewed him in Pericles Loons back in the day, and they want to do another one, I think, soon. So hopefully I'll be able to interview them. That'll be fun. And last but definitely not least, or maybe least, I don't know. I've never really heard of this, but it's a movie called Funeral Home. And it's put out by Scream Factory on January 30th. So yeah, that was all I could find. Like, there were more stuff, and I would suggest you guys look it up and see what's coming out. But those are my top picks of things I would want to get, like I'm excited about or would want to get. Aside from that though, like it's not really, it's kind of a slow, crappy month. I'm not really very that impressed, but oh well. I mean, it's January, so hopefully the 2024 will pick up and bigger things will be announced. I mean, it's so weird to think that there are deals going on right now as we speak that they just can't talk about, these studios and stuff. And so we are going to be seeing things in 2024 that we just did not expect, or we were hoping will come. And I'm actually going to do a video at some point, probably next Wednesday, which will be after the new year, and it will be my sort of my top 10 movies that I sort of hope get a 4K this year or whatever, in 2024. And I want to put that out because I kind of want to talk about films that I feel like either didn't get a Blu-ray release or haven't got a 4K release from their Blu-rays yet. And so some of them are going to be going, idea going straight to 4K. So I'm really excited to chat about that. But these are movies that, either I'm really love or, I feel will look really good in 4K. And so some of the ones I love, they don't necessarily need to look good on 4K. It's just I would love the upgrade because maybe I'm sick of the DVD and I would love to just watch it on there. But anyway, those are that is a new one that I'll be doing as well. So you're gonna see a lot of a lot of different videos and stuff coming up. Yeah. And I'll be doing like an update, so I'll let you guys know all the cool shit that's gonna happen for the next year, for the next at least for January. So anywho, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for any of these coming up? Like, are any of these films something you'd actually want to buy, or is this such a really bad month that maybe like nobody wants to buy anything? That'll suck, because we always kind of, us collectors, and I'm using myself included, want, like, we want to buy stuff, like we want these films to come out and then go, like the Lone Star one for 4K. I was super excited and I was like, oh my God, that's coming out on 4K. How awesome is that? That's neat. Definitely gonna get that. Um, but then, things like, what is it on Blu-ray? Like Jennifer 8 and Forced Vengeance and Devils Brigade. Like, I was like, I don't really know anything about these. Never heard of them. Maybe they're very good and stuff, and maybe that's why they're coming out. But like, I don't know. I might have to hear if people start liking them when they review them, because some people get those for free. Studios send them to them for free, so they get to check it out and review it, and they'll let me know if it's any good, and maybe I'll go check it out. But I like recommendations, and especially ones I've never heard of, because I love to be in that small group of people that actually know what that movie is about or something. So I definitely, Warner Archives, I'm very proud of you guys. Kind of sad that they haven't upgraded it to 4K, any of the Warner Archive stuff, but I don't see them doing that. Just because, like, Warner Archives themselves are just such a kind of smaller part to Warner Brothers, that I think they're gonna put them out whenever they can. I'm surprised they put out as many as they did at the end of the month. They didn't just spread it out, but whatever. I don't know how these things work. It just felt like there was some that didn't get as many, like, Blu-rays for like January 2nd or something, and everything kind of started coming out for January 30th. So I literally think that that's because of people waiting for them to just get through the new year and get their finances back before they're gonna plan to spend, and then there's gonna go spend a lot on January 30th, I guess. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and check us next week, when I think, like, once again, I think next week I'm gonna be doing a video on my top 10 movies I hope come to 4K. So I'm gonna do more of these kind of videos. I enjoy doing them. So thank you for checking this out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.